Is this on now? Can't tell. Can someone type in the chat and say this is working? Oh, sweet. Glorious. Well, that took a lot longer than I thought. Okay. First, got to post, let people know we're going. You guys type in the chat real quick. I'll take a picture of the chat if you guys want to be on there. Alrighty, guys. So, don't think anyone else is in that other stream. Like I said, I set up an event. I don't know exactly what happened, but I think everyone switched over now. So, yeah, we got that. Yeah, I just posted that to my Instagram story, Jackson. So yeah, you'll be able to check that out. But yeah, here we are, guys. So first live stream that I've ever done. Like I said, it took a while just to get the software and stuff from YouTube figured out. A lot more than I realized had to go into it, but we got it ready to roll. So right now we're just in my apartment. I live in Davenport, Iowa right now. So yeah, just figured go online, just kind of check in with you guys. We haven't had a video out in a little while. I did find the video that released today was a video for some footage that we found back in November. So that's what that video was. We'll have one more coming out. So, but yeah, so like I said, I'll just talk a little bit through what I wanted to talk to you guys and ask any questions. We'll interact in the chat. So, hi Riley. SS Land Tech. So we farm about 2,500 acres total of row crop. About 2,400 is actually in row crop rotations, and the rest is in alfalfa or oats and rye. What's up, Keith? Hey. I could have done that from my phone. That would have been really nice. I knew that they had like a live selection on my phone, but I guess I never really messed with it. But thanks for the tip there, Riley. So, what's up, Phil? But anyway, so back here in Iowa, we actually got I haven't been outside in a couple hours, but I think we got 4 inches of snow so far. Yeah, it was about that. It was a lot of fun. Honestly, I might try and go up. Buddy of mine might go snowmobiling tomorrow, so we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't gone snowmobiling in a couple years. We used to have a couple snowmobiles. We got rid of them. But how was the quality of crops this year with all the rain? A lot better than I thought it was. So as you guys can, if you guys were following my channel back in June, we had a massive flood. If you guys haven't seen it yet, just search on my videos flood. We had like a really bad rainstorm, just a couple days where we just got hammered. One night we got between 6 hours, we actually got 7 inches of rain just one day, which was nuts. So yeah, check that out. But with all the rain and kind of crappy weather, and all things considered, we actually had a pretty good year. I'd say the quality of crops was, for the most part, pretty good. A couple fields of corn. One video we had actually showed we had some pretty bad disease in this one number that we had. And then the beans, I would say, for the most part, I was really happy with them. We had a lot of stand issues, but that really didn't really affect the yield from what we could saw. But yeah, I guess, Nick, to answer your question, the quality of crops was very good with all things considering. My dream tractor, if I'm being realistic, I would have to say, I don't know, that's a tough question. Just being realistic, like going with what we were going to go with, so what Kuhnall implement sells, so Case, New Holland, I would have to say a higher horsepower Steiger, but I'll do some thinking on that. I'll do some thinking on that one, Mason. So, any new equipment coming? Yes, there will be. No, nothing is decided yet, but we are definitely shopping for some stuff. Potentially a new tractor, for sure a new planter for beans, and some other stuff up and coming. But yeah, definitely going to be some new equipment coming up, Jackson. Hey, Dylan, where is Red River Valley from? I guess I have not heard of that. What part of Wisconsin are you from, Phil? Southwest, Central, Send some snow to Ontario. You can have all the snow that you want. It was actually these last week up until like I believe it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was really, really nice. Like highs in the 50s, lows in the 30s. Like it almost felt like springtime. Like it made me want to almost break out the planner. But yeah, we kind of got knocked back into reality right now. I think today was like a high of 28, pretty good winds and snow. So yeah, you can have all the snow that we have down here, Stefan. I really, really don't want it, especially if I don't have a snowmobile anymore. But might go mess around on the four-wheeler tomorrow. I think I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna record. Okay, sorry about that. I think I'm going to take my GoPro up to the farm tomorrow and do a video on essentially we might be taking a tractor up to Bellevue to help do chores, and we might mess around on the four-wheeler too. So I might do a video tomorrow, but let's see here. Where's that at? Good evening, Waterman Photography. Oh, gotcha, Phil. Okay, not too far away. Probably not terribly far from Madison, I'm guessing. Madison's a little south central, but I used to spend a lot of time up near Green Bay when I was working for Deere 2 summers ago. I worked a lot with Reister and Snell, the dealership group out there, and Tractor Central if you work with them at all. Southwest Wisconsin, nice. That's not terribly far from us. Our farm is about halfway between Dubuque and the Quad Cities, so I think we're 45 minutes from Dubuque. We get all of our truck stuff from Dubuque, truck country up in Dubuque. So. Do I watch how farms work? Is that a joke, Jackson? Come on, man. Yeah, I do watch them. There was actually Ryan was the first YouTube channel I got into. Probably, that was probably at least 4 or 5 years ago now. Ryan was actually part of my inspiration to start YouTube. I've always 2 years ago is when I really thought about getting into YouTube, but I just never really took the dive into it, and then actually talking with Warner Farms was probably one of the biggest influences I got in, was to basically push me to get into YouTube. But yeah, just come April, that's kind of the big reason. But yeah, to answer your question, yes, I watch How Farms Work pretty religiously. I watch the couple channels I watch religiously: How Farms Work, The Rest of the Story, Minnesota Millennial MN Millennial Farmer, Rice Farming TV. Warner Farms, Hinchin Farms, or whatever he named his channel now. But yeah, and there's a couple other ones I'm forgetting. Brian Farming videos. But yeah, so there's just a couple channels I watch religiously, but Ryan's is probably the one I've been watching the longest. Are we getting a different manure tanker? Yes and no. If the video I'm going to do tomorrow, I'll do a good job explaining that. We never got rid of our old tanker is the short answer. We never got rid of our old tanker, so probably won't. It works, it just leaks, and it's not the nicest thing in the world, but yeah, that's just a crappy thing to happen. Nice, all you Minnesotians. Goals for 2019. Farming-wise, definitely want to get all of our boundaries and all of our our smart JADA GPS systems up and running. I want to get, so we tried out Climate Field View this fall in one combine. We loved it, so we think we're going to get another system and put it on our planter and our sprayer and then transfer those over to the combine, just so we can start getting our data and start tracking more efficiencies and stuff like that. And then I would like to play around with maybe potentially NDVI maps and using my drone for farming purposes. YouTube goals, obviously, to put out as many videos as possible, as many quality videos as possible, I would have to say. I don't just want to throw out videos just to throw out videos. I like making good quality videos that really, if people it's worth people watching, not just time fillers for people to make money. That's not about me. So I'd say goals. I'd like to be over 10,000 subscribers by the end of this year. That would be amazing. But like I said, I'm not worried about that. The reason I got into YouTube was I love video editing and I love filming videos and I love farming, and it's an excuse to get me to do both. So that's kind of the big reason there. So I don't really have any main number goals, but it is what it is. So But yeah, I definitely would like to hit at least three videos a week if possible. Problem is with my job for John Deere, in case you guys aren't aware, I do work for John Deere. I'm an engineer for John Deere Harvester Works, but I do travel a lot for them, so it's going to be kind of tough at some points to keep videos rolling. But so there will be some kind of backlogs, like videos from 3 weeks ago type of thing. But I'm trying to keep them as up to date as possible. So. Thank you, Louie. Sorry, Keith. I hope that answered your question. You can ask some more specific ones if you want. Thank you, Louie. Yeah, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Riley Lang. Nice. Oh, you're not terribly far from us. Wiedemann. Yeah, Keith, like I said, you were the last person I talked to that kind of gave me the final push to get into YouTube. So I really do appreciate all the advice and feedback that you give me. How many head of cattle do we tend to? So this year we had about 750 feeders. So cattle we feed every day, and the end goal is to sell them this time of year to the cattle processing plants. And we also have 75 cow-calf pairs. Basically, we keep them out on pasture all year, and we'll be bringing them back next month. All our calves calve between March and May. We don't do AI; it's all bull. So then so we'll start bringing them back here soon. Yeah, Millennial Farmer for life. He's probably one of my favorite YouTubers. Have I ever been around Edgewood, Iowa? Yes, quite often, actually. The deer hunting videos that all of our deer meat that we got from this year's deer hunting videos actually go to the Edgewood locker. So yes, I'm up there quite often. I played Edco in high school, so yes, I've been up there quite a bit. Every farmer Minnesota watches Zach. You're exactly right, Riley. Just about. I feel like that's not just in Minnesota. A lot of people watch Zach, as his channel blew up. The last 4 months, he's gained 100,000 subscribers. That's just nuts. We do most of his. Okay, Swiderski. I don't think I've ever been there before. They almost place around there. I gotcha. Nice. Yeah, I haven't worked with them yet, but I've heard they're a good dealership chain. Nice, Michael. Gotta love Northern Iowa. Thanks, Todd. Yeah, like I said, it's part of farming. We didn't get any. Nathan and Curtis didn't get any videos of their deer hunting, but they have a separate group and they go deer hunting as well. Just about every farmer that I know goes deer hunting. So I mean, it is a part of farming life. So that's why I showed it, because it is a part of farming, and I potentially might do some turkey hunting videos this spring. Might not. That's gonna be a lot harder to do. Sorry. It just said it's going to snow some more. Yay. But yeah, so I might do some turkey hunting videos as well. But yeah, hunting is a part of the farm, and it is what it is. So yeah, that's why I showed it. So thank you for noticing that, Todd. You should do a video on your grain system. Yeah, so Riley, I actually did a video. It was towards the beginning of harvest. I believe it was like my 4th video. But yeah, if you go to my Harvest 2018 playlist and either search how our drying system works or how we dry our field corn, you'll be able to find it. I walk through a good detail on how our drying system works. That should be able to at least get you enough information to ask you any more questions that you need. What are 2019 purchases you are looking for? Everything. Realistic, being kind of knowing where our financial situation is at. Bean planter. We haven't decided which specifics or anything. So bean planter, potentially upgrading our tractor, our fleet of equipment. We haven't had any major tractor upgrades in 6 years. So our tractor fleet is getting old. So potentially updating the T8050. That would be nice. That would be really nice, actually. Get something a little more horsepower that can pull a big bean planter and a bigger anhydrous bar. Potentially a bigger anhydrous bar. Some smaller stuff on my sprayer that I'm looking at doing. More lighting potentially on like the Steiger. And we haven't decided yet what we're going to do on combines, but I think we're going to stick where we're at just financially wise. But for sure a bean planter, and potentially I'm trying to finagle in a bigger sprayer tender trailer for my sprayer. Instead of a wagon, I get a 50-foot step deck trailer, or a step deck trailer. So if you guys know of any step deck trailers for sale at all, shoot them my way. I'm looking for some. Hey, Todd. Well, good to hear you from South Carolina. How's the weather there? Did you guys hopefully you guys aren't getting snow like we are here in Iowa. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Steven from Maine. Wow, that's a little ways away. I've never been up there, but my wife has always wanted to go up there. So we're looking at potentially making a trip, here next year or so up in the Pacific Northeast. Not Pacific Northeast, the Northeast area. Hey, Randall from Alabama. Logan, how you guys doing? Is it Matthias? Oh, Belleville, Pennsylvania. Belleville. Oh, nice. We're from Bellevue, which is spelled slightly differently, but nice. Are you the only one that runs the sprayer? I run the sprayer until Pat is done planting. Then Pat takes over and runs the sprayer. But I sprayed, I'd say 60% of our ground this year. I did all of our first pass and then some of our second pass, which was a lot to do with a full-time job at Deere. But I made it work. It was fun. Thanks, Matthias. Appreciate it. Just a little farm in Kansas. It's okay. Ask away any questions you got. Does anyone else here do sugar beets? From what I always found, it's really sugar beets are only I think it's the Red River Valley, so western Minnesota and the eastern Dakotas, but no one around my area does. I know that for sure. And then potentially, I think Michigan does, the thumb of Michigan. Do we have a lot of deer damage here? Yes, we do. A lot of deer damage, which is a big reason why we deer hunt that we do, because we have a lot of deer. Basically, the outer 16 rows of corn, of any crop that we do is basically we just write it off just because we know it's going to be crap with all the deer. Do we mainly use the same seed each year, or do we experiment with different varieties? I'd say we're definitely on the conservative side. We use the same seed, but we're starting to dabble into a little bit more trials, but nowhere near as what I think we should be. But the last 10 years, I'd say we do pretty consistent on what we go off more of a relationship base. So our seed salesman's been with us for 20 years, and we usually just buy his stuff. But I'd like to do a little bit more experimenting. How much damage do deer really do to a cornfield? Like I said, the outer 16 rows are just shot just because there's so much traffic with them. But really, it's hit or miss. I mean, it's rare that they bed down in corn, but you can tell where deer bed in corn if you're in a corner. Like I said, so my dad's field's up in Bellevue. I just write off the outer 16 rows. It's just there's just so much traffic that they do. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Like I said, I love what I'm doing, so I'll definitely keep this channel up. How much crap does your coworkers give you for running case in New Holland? A lot. More often than just about every single day just about any time that I talk about the farm, they give me so much crap about it. Like, well, that's because you're running that crappy red equipment. That's why you're behind and stuff like that. But it's fun because I like it because I get to see the best of both worlds. I run John Deere equipment when I'm at work, so I get a good knowledge there, and I run red and blue equipment at home. So honestly, I probably know the most about a variety of equipment as anyone out there. So if you guys have any questions on that, I could potentially do some videos on kind of comparing between two from my experience if you guys would be interested in it. Hey Gavin, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. What is your advice for growing a small channel like mine? So I'll give you kind of the same advice that Keith Warner from Warner Farms gave me, was basically just make good content that people would enjoy watching, so that you would enjoy watching, that other people would enjoy watching. So for me, it was basically just carrying a camera around me and adding some small little things in there to make people laugh. And then basically social media, promote yourself, get out on Instagram, give pictures to other people to post so your channel grows. Just try and grow your channel as best you can. But the biggest thing is don't just ask for shout outs every day or so. Try and earn your channel the right way, like posting quality stuff. And yeah, I'd say that's probably the best advice I have. No, just cold rain. Yeah, that's not always bad though, Todd. Riley, you have to let me know what your account is now. I actually enjoyed it. Is there a coyote problems Is there coyote problems in your part of Iowa? I wouldn't say problems, but they're definitely out there. We lost a calf 2 years ago to a coyote. So I do go coyote hunting. Actually, I don't know. My coyote call is actually downstairs right now. But yeah, I just got a coyote call last year. But I'll go probably a couple times. Not as much as I want to. I'm just too busy. But I enjoy it. I mean, you can use a rifle because in Iowa, for hunting coyotes, you can use whatever gun you want. Going to check out your camp. We do beets here in Red River Valley. Oh yeah, I've heard sugar beets is a lot of work. Thanks, Tom. Most of our outdoors for corn were terrible. Yeah, that happens a lot with deer. I know that for sure. Red equipment's pretty good, Steven. I will agree. We gotta get back down to try to get back down to live. Do I have Farming Simulator 19? Yes, I do. I just was playing it right before this, actually. I need to work on how to play live, but if you guys are ever interested, I'll play live with you guys. Being a play for John Deere, do you guys get discounts on purchases? Everything for a 4 Series tractor and below, so lawnmowers we get employee discounts on, but everything above that, no. That away, just a little farm in Kansas. My shotgun deer hunting man, nice. I saw the video of you guys chopping corn. It was really dry. Yes, it was very dry this year. Way too dry than what we would like. So the earlage that we were doing at the end of the year, we like to do that when the corn's around 25%. But it was just way too dry. We put it to the back burner and we just never got to it this year. So that's something we're never going to do again. We said that we're never going to do it again. But yeah, so we chopped it this year around 16%. We usually like to be by 25 when we're doing earlage, and silage is anywhere from 30. I want to say 30 to 35. We like to do silage. I almost got him to buy a Deere sprayer, Wiedemann, just because like I used to work for on sprayers, so I had a very good knowledge. But what it came down to is at that time, so last year, Case had the better used sprayers, and we decided to go with Case. But we did try out some Deere, so who knows? It could ever happen. Console or PC? PC. This computer that I'm on, actually, I just bought it for it. I really want to take one down with my 20 gauge. Do it. Don't ever stop trying, some kid in Wisconsin. Don't ever stop trying. Deer hunting is awesome. We had a calf get, oh, good Lord, by a mountain lion? Jeez. Exactly. Everyone does need benefits. What numbers are your silage wagons? I believe they're Meyer 4220s. I just know that the last 2 numbers is how long they are, but I believe it's a 4220 is our older ones. You ever think about farming with a fleet of John Deere mowers? I don't know how effective you'd be with that, but I mean, you can maybe do hay with it. It'd still be tough. Would you guys sell the old Baler? I think we would. Like I said, it hasn't been used or seen daylight in years. Like I said, I don't think I've ever seen that thing out. So I think we would. If you guys are interested, DM me on Instagram or YouTube. I can talk to my uncle because, like I said, it hasn't seen use in a while. But I don't know the exact details on it, so I could be wrong. But I'm pretty sure we bought that Baler new. We use AR-15s. What's your favorite type of gun? For coyote hunting, yeah, I use an AR-15 as well. My dad just got a Bushmaster, so I might try that, bring that out as well. But yeah, I use an AR-15 as well. Favorite type of gun? I love my muzzleloader. I've never shot it. I'm gonna shoot it this year for sure, even though season's over. But I just love how it looks, and I love the idea of muzzleloading. Do it for a year and a half. Just keep trying, man. We'll have to take this conversation offline. DM me sometime. Just a little farm in Kansas. When do y'all put out anhydrous ammonia? Rosier, I apologize if I said that wrong. We do it all in the spring. Some people do it in the fall, but we do all of our anhydrous in the spring. So a couple of my first videos I ever did were actually on anhydrous, if you're curious. But back in last April, but yeah, we put all of our anhydrous on in the spring. We only put anhydrous on our corn ground, and for ground that's going to be corn this year that was beans last year, we put about 75% of what we normally put on. I think we put on like 150 units an acre, and for corn on corn we put about 200 units an acre, I believe. I could be wrong on that though. When did you start your channel? I started my channel back in last April, Michael. Been doing that, yeah, pretty religiously, about 2 videos a day. I think I averaged since last April. And even advice how to get my channel out there. Promote yourself as best as possible. Like I said, get on Facebook, get on Instagram, start posting stuff, start giving your pictures away to other people's channels, like kind of like the massive ones, to get your pictures out there, to get your name out there, and people will follow you. Is probably my biggest advice, is just try and get yourself out there on different social media platforms and promote yourself. Yeah, thanks, James. Yeah, DM me. Like I said, I'll see my uncle tomorrow, and I might even do a video on it tomorrow. I'm hoping to do a couple tour videos tomorrow, guys, just because we're not gonna be able to do a whole lot. My wife's at a volleyball tournament tomorrow, so I won't be able to see her much. So I'm hoping to get a couple of videos recorded tomorrow, and I got a couple I'm working on editing right now. So I think for the next solid 3 weeks, we'll have 2 videos a day, including I found another video that I lost from this harvest. So. Can you do some squirrel and rabbit hunting videos? I don't go squirrel and rabbit hunting. I think it'd be fun to go, but I guess that's something I've never done. I know people do hunt squirrels in my area. I've never done it. There are a lot of squirrels in my area, but I guess I would never eat squirrels, so I guess I'm on the philosophy I'm going to hunt something and I'm going to try and kill it and have the potential to miss because I'm a terrible shot at times. I'm going to for sure process the meat or clean the animal myself, and I'm going to eat the animal myself. So I've hunted deer, turkey, pheasant, goose, and duck. And those are the animals that I've ever hunted. But I religiously hunt deer as well as I've hunted turkey quite often. Did you get that manure taker straightened out? I think she's done for. I think that tank is done, unfortunately so. But I haven't heard what we're going to do with it yet, but I think we're just going to keep it for parts. Bushmasters put a huge hole in the coyotes. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard. But I guess I'm not necessarily so much interested in the fur with those things, just mainly trying to keep our cats alive, because we've lost 8 cats so far this year, and I'm thinking more of them than not are lost to coyotes, and the rest are probably lost to traffic. You going to sell the gravity boxes? Again, Phil, I think we would be interested in selling them. Definitely DM me. I haven't talked to my uncle about them, but like I said, they've been sitting in there for probably 10 plus years, and they've never had any fertilizer in them. So their only downfall is they're probably old. But yeah, I think we'd be interested in selling them. They haven't seen the light of day in over 10 years, so definitely DM me. Do you guys have any ground? We own ground about, if that was to me, we own, James, we own about 1,000 acres of what we farm. Maybe even a little more than that, I think. All of us, my dad, my grandma, my uncle, and my aunt, we probably own a total of about half the ground that we use, I'd say. There's still beans in the ground here. Oh, geez. I pray those beans aren't getting snowed on. This year has just been weird. I mean, Brian over in Ohio at Brian's farming videos, I mean, they just finished up a couple days ago. Ohio farming just finished up yesterday on Instagram, I saw. So, I mean, it's been a crazy year, and we're blessed to have our crops out when we did. Do John Deere have a new Titan 2 or Maximizer combine sitting around hidden somewhere? No comment on that one. Would you get a new tractor anytime soon? Yes, we would. Definitely. I think, like I said before, our tractor fleet is getting older. We haven't rolled over any of our main tractors in over 6 years. Our newest tractor we've gotten has been our loader tractor. And so our fleet's starting to get old. We're getting to that point where we're going to start having more failures on them. So I'd say, yes, we're going to be upgrading tractors. If not this year, for sure, we're going to get a new one or two next year. But I'd like to see our T8050 go down the road, potentially get like a Case 360 Magnum with like a CVT. I'd love to try that. We'll see. Awesome videos. Thanks, Travis. Appreciate it. Would you get a quad track Remington? Probably not. Maybe if we ever decide to replace the Challenger, it might be worth getting a quad track. But I'd say right now our Challenger's only got 1,400 hours. We don't put that many. The only way I could see us using a quad track for our primary tillage tractor, and like I said, our Challenger has been pretty good to us. We'll keep that around for a little while. But as far as like replacing the Steiger with a quad track or anything else, probably not. It'd be nice to have the traction and stuff in our hills, but I'd say probably not. Any chance of going to the National Farm Machinery Show? I want to. What are the dates of that, Keith? I think it'd be fun. I just don't know if I can swing it. I might be able to go down there for work. I haven't talked to anyone yet, but I think I'd want to, though. That's definitely something I'd want to do. Let's see. There we go. They just got snowed on. I know the people, and I think they just gave up. Their ruts in the field are huge. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, there's definitely, I've never seen so many bean fields rutted out this year. And like I said, in eastern Iowa, my county specifically, this is the wettest fall we've ever had on record. So I can't imagine how it was elsewhere. But yeah, there's definitely patches of bean fields that just got too wet. We never were able to get them out. February 13th or 16th. Don't have anything going on that I know of. I'll definitely look into that. If I do go to the National Farm Machinery Show, I'll definitely let you guys know. What's the biggest deer I got? Ooh, I actually just took a picture of it. I have it mounted at home in Bellevue, but I'll see if it shows up worth a dang. worth a dang on here. So that's the biggest deer I got. What is it? 8-point, a pretty good typical buck. You guys can barely see it, but yeah, I'd say that's the best deer that I have. That's the best deer I've ever shot. I got that 6 years ago, so I'm proud of that deer. It's hung up. It's going to be hung up on my wall for a long time. Do we have pigs? We used to. We got out of the business, and I don't know if we'll ever get back into it. It's just we're into so many other things right now. But we used to have pigs, quite a bit of them, but we got out of that back in 2002. Wisconsin has always no snow at all. That's not always a bad thing, unless you love winter sports, then it is. Thanks. I'm proud of that deer. Well, hi, Daniel. Yeah, you're from Australia. That's awesome, man. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. We have a Case Magnum. Jeez, 29 shank chisel plow. Whew. That must not be very hard dirt up there if you can pull it with a 315 Magnum. Nice, Matthias. I love hunting as well. So, yeah, I guess we'll keep the live stream going for as long as you guys have questions. But if this is something you guys want to see, if this is something you guys want to do more often, just let me know. I'm definitely willing to do this more if you guys have any questions. But I'm definitely going to do a Q&A video from some questions that you guys have sent in the last couple weeks. There are going to be some more videos coming out. I've got 3 more to upload that I've already recorded. I'm going to go record some more tomorrow. But yeah, like I said, this is a slower time of year for us, but we're still doing quite a bit. We still got about 250 head of fat cattle to haul out. We got a lot of calves to bring in for new feeders. We got plenty of corn to truck to haul. I'll be doing some of that. Then just the regular chores like feeding hay, bedding cattle, hauling manure. There's always plenty of stuff to do. One bad thing about this year as well is we didn't get any fall tillage done. So that's one thing that definitely hurt us this year. But we'll have a lot of work to do in the spring. We'll have to hit that hard. But I guess it's not like we've never done that before. We've gone years where we haven't gotten any fall tillage done. It's just something that we like to do, and it does help with residue breakdown. We might even try a lot more no-till this year. Who knows? But what other questions you guys got? Keep them coming. There were some during snow, and I'm fine with that. I don't like snow. Yeah, snow when hunting is really nice. Really helps you see the deer better and track them better. We're trying to keep pigs going on the farm. How many pigs you guys got, James? I've heard with pigs, just like everything nowadays, but you gotta grow it in order to stay profitable. We had very little rain in August, and yeah, so did we, and just a little farm in Kansas. Except we had a lot of rain little rain in May, a lot of rain in June, like none in July, some in August, and then September, October was just rain. Yeah, thanks, Todd. Yeah, be sure you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Well, not really comment, but like and subscribe, everyone. Appreciate it. Oh, Keith, you guys definitely got a new corn head. I know you guys were looking at that. Purchases, though. Oh, new purchase. Oh, yeah, definitely corn head. If not, I'm going to guess you guys got a new draper. No, you're just looking into that. I know you're looking into a draper and a grain cart, but I'm going to guess you got a new corn head. One thing that would be really nice for us to get is a draper head. We have 2 auger platforms, a 20-footer and a 30-footer, and I want to get a draper so badly. How many cows we run? We got about 75 cow calf pairs right now, and about 750 feeders is what we feed out. Anywhere from 700 to 800, but I'd say we got 750 this year. How many self-propelled choppers have you guys had? Over the years, we were actually the first one in our county to get a self-propelled chopper back in the 80s, I want to say, and we got 2 back then. We roll them about every 5 years, at least we used to. So I'd say we've had probably pretty close to 10 over the past 40 years. Nice, Remington. What would you trade that 71 series Magnum in for? I doubt we'll ever trade that. We'll probably just keep that thing around, and as our older tractors like our 66, our 88, our 1066, our 15, our 88 series, as those start phasing out and start getting bad, we'll probably just rotate that one into a eventual PTO tractor and then just doing odds and ends stuff around there. So I doubt we'll ever trade that one in unless we want to update it and get like a, if we would, I'd say we'd probably get like a 89 89.50, or just like a newer Magnum type of thing to do to put on hay. But I guess if we would trade it in, we'd probably get like a Maxim or something. Okay, makes sense, Daniel. Nice. I've always wanted to go to Australia to see the farming practices and stuff like that. I know you guys are just getting into harvest, so I mean, best of luck with harvest that you guys have going on. So, how many deer did I shoot in my lifetime, Ben? I would say I average about 1 deer a year. I went shotgun, so I'd say I've been hunting since I was 11, so probably close to 15 deer. Probably an 8400R. It'd be nice, Clay. Actually, I wouldn't want to go with an 8400R because they don't have at least they didn't have an IVT offering in them yet. I believe they just have it in the 8370. So I would go with an 8370 if I was going to do anything. How much snow do we have now? We got 4 inches, I believe, today. I heard hog farming is boring. You're punny, Edward. Will you ever come to West Central Iowa and hunt? I doubt it, unless I have some friends over there. I doubt I'll probably just always stay in Eastern Iowa. We got plenty of big deer around here that I can barely chase around. So probably not. But I wouldn't ever be opposed to it. How do you like our New Holland T7? I like it a lot. I'd be curious to see what the new upgrades they did, but I love the upgrades that we did from our old loader tractor, where a lot more joystick controls, the joystick loader controls and stuff like that. So I do like our T7. Awesome, Clay. I love old dairy farms. I love old and new dairy farms. The dairy farm right across from Pat's house. Well, I love fresh milk. Don't ever quit that, man. All New Holland self-propelled? Yes, they always have been New Holland. What type of field cultivator do we have? We have a Wilrich 52-foot, 50-foot. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's a Wilrich. Yeah, it's a Wilrich. What is your record yield with corn? A couple years ago, we had a 40-acre field that averaged 310. Yeah, and that was with just anhydrous, urea, DAP, and manure that was spread. So that was a really good yield. 7 deer last year, Ben? Nice. Your freezer's full, man. Hi, Mark from Iowa. Cold and ice here. Nice, Steven. Our beans average 27 bushels per acre. Ooh, good Lord. Ouch. I guess, is that what's your typical average? They're just a little farm in Kansas. I'd say ours this year averaged, oh, I'm going to butcher this. I want to say we averaged in the upper 50s. Have you ever been in northern Iowa? Yes, quite often. I got family located near Austin, Iowa, near Decorah. That's where my dad's side of the family is from. My wife was actually born in Mason City, so I've been up there quite a bit. I got an uncle that lives near Fort Dodge in Alden, Iowa. He farms up there, so I've been up there. A lot of potato farms there. Her potatoes is a lot of work. I've seen actually quite a bit of potato farms out in Idaho and Texas. Hi, Bradley. Hello from Iowa. We don't have a good soil as yet. Yeah, we're definitely blessed with the amount of rainfall and good soils that we got here in Iowa. What part of Kansas are you from? What does the family think of YouTube? Definitely mixed feelings. I would have to be, if I'm being honest. A lot of them just don't get what we do, but a lot of them are very supportive because they know it's what I love doing. It's what my cousins love doing. Just worried about potential security issues as our name gets out there more, if I'm going to be honest. But I'd say for the most part, we're definitely more supportive than not. My wife just doesn't like when I spend a lot of time editing videos sometimes. Don't tell her that. But I'd say, yeah, for the most part, supportive. Average probably 40. Nice. I got you. That's not bad. I saw 6 bushels an acre soybeans down in Texas this year, and that was pathetic. Oh, that hurt to see that. Got friends that are teachers in the Waverly, Iowa. Nice. Okay, I've been there a couple times. What school is there? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it might be Waverly, but nice. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of potatoes up there, Stephen. The 94 is actually going to Fort Dodge, Iowa area. I remember you saying that. Yeah, I think Alden's about 20 minutes east of there. Nice. Yeah, I'm glad you guys finally got that sold there, Keith. Northeast. Okay, I gotcha. How far away from Hiawatha? Just a little far. Or Seneca. I know I've been to Hiawatha and Seneca, Kansas. Last year we averaged 215 bushels an acre corn. Nice, Michael. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'd say this year we averaged. It's tough because we got such a variety of ground conditions. I mean, we had fields that averaged in the upper 200s. We had fields that averaged in the lower 200s. But I'd say we averaged probably right around 250. Not looking at numbers. Oh, shred, shoot, swing. Ouch. Well, hopefully he gets those out and he can finally finish off this harvest. Hey, Cameron. Hey, Jordan. Columbus, Nebraska. Where's that from? Nice, thanks. I would definitely recommend it, Steven. It's just an interesting area. And just for everyone's clear, so everyone's clear. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen my videos, but Iowa and the Midwest is not just flat nothing country. It's plenty of hills, and I mean, we had a couple fields this year when it got wet. I was sketched out in some of our hills, so it's definitely an interesting place to see. They were taking corn at 28% moisture. We had to do that 10 years ago. We had a year like that where drying costs were just ridiculous. But oh man, that sucks. There's no other way around it. Will I ever run the chopper? I'd say yeah. There's a potential. I might run it. It's really just be a personnel issue. I'm probably like fourth in line to run it, but there is a potential I could run it someday. I don't really like the New Holland style hydro handle. So it's not like a normal hydro handle where you push forward to go forward, you pull backwards to go backwards. On the New Holland, you actually bump it. So you bump it forward, and you got to keep bumping it. It always returns back to the same spot. Bump it backwards to stop, and to get it going, you actually got to press a button. I don't know. It's very confusing, and I don't really like it so much, but yeah, there is a potential I could run it sometime. Yeah, I saw that field. Are you talking about to the west of the school, down in the dip there, Cameron? Because I know that field didn't look the greatest, but I mean, that's gumbo soils. That soil's crap there. But nice, Jordan. I gotcha. You guys dried beans this year? We thought we were gonna have to, but we got lucky. We got a stretch where we could take beans out at about 14%, and we just air dried them for a couple days, and that got them down to about 12. So we got lucky there. Did tar spot hit your corn this year? Yeah, we actually had. Can't remember what video it was, but we had one number had tar spot pretty bad on it, and that really that corn was crap. But yeah, so we did. Nebraska's flat and boring. I agree with you. I've driven across that state plenty of times, and it's just I like driving it at night the best because no cars, 80 or 70. Is it 80 mile an hour speed limit? I can't remember. But yeah, there's not much to look at. You guys ever struggle with trucks? They do a lot over here in Michigan. No, we usually have, so we have 4 trucks that can go into service at any time, plus 2 gravity wagons, and we do all our own trucking, so I'd say no, we usually are pretty good with trucks. Both, I don't think we'll be farming after yeah, I don't blame you. Honestly, it might even be worth just putting it in set aside, or you think hay would produce very well there, Cameron? I don't know. Gabe, I believe that Challenger is somewhere between 2007 and 2009. I believe it's a B series, so I guess I'm not sure exactly, but we've had it we bought it new, and it's been a good tractor for us. We put on about 200 hours a year, so it's a pretty low hour tractor for what it's worth. It's got plenty of power. Nice, just got your notification, Just Little Farm in Kansas. It's got plenty of power though. It's got like 500 horsepower. It's pretty nice. What type of corn do we plant? I'd say 90% of our corn is Cornelius corn. It's a locally bred and produced corn in our area, about 10 minutes from us. I actually did tasseled for them back in younger, but they're not owned by any big seed corporation. They're a local company. Yeah, and then the rest of our corn was mycogen this year. Did we have a wet fall too? Wettest fall on record, Michael. Wettest fall on record. Most guys don't even have their own trucks. Really? That'd be interesting. I guess we haul corn year-round, so it pays to have our own trucks, and we also got to go get feed and stuff like that. But, yeah, I guess I can't even imagine because a lot of the contract trucking companies around here charge a lot. Have I ever been pulled over by DOT? No, I've gotten one scare once, but nope. I've actually only passed a couple, like 3 DOTs in my life, but I've never been pulled over by one, and hopefully never have to. Hey Spencer, I'm doing good. How are you? It's better for the buildings. The same with Weber's Bottoms. Oh, Weber's Bottoms is terrible. I hate, and that it's like that because of the topsoil they took out to build that 52 hill going west out of town. But yeah, Weber's Bottoms is terrible. They just, I want to know what yield they have out of it. It can't be much, but yeah, the corn just looks like crap out of there. My grandpa's from Webb, Iowa, and he only farms. Oh yeah, it is fun to run 80 mile an hour in Webb, Iowa. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm assuming it's Western Iowa. No one has storage there too, really? Yeah, I guess I'd say it is very common for people to store most of their grain. It's just the smaller farmers and stuff that usually store at elevators. And then on good years, elevators fill up towards the end of the year just because people fill up their own storages. That's what we do. I think we have the capability to store about 250,000 bushel. That's about what we do. Maybe not quite that much. Yeah, pretty close to that. 100 bushel per 15 acres. Oh, that's bad. You guys don't have any storage, just a little farm? Interesting. Do you guys just all store it at the elevators, I'm assuming? What are you going to do with corn heads? Good question. I think just where our finances are going to come out this year, we're probably going to keep the Geringhof, potentially do upgrades on the row units to actually make it feed better in down corn. But we're definitely going to keep that 12 row head around. We like it a lot. I think we're going to keep the other 8 rows around as well, and just do one more year with the 2588 and that old 8 row and the 20-foot bean head. I think that's what we're going to do this year, but like I said, that could change, but I think that's what we're planning on doing. Will you look into a pulling tractor? We actually have our old 1060, 2 of our old 1066 are pulling tractors. My uncle used to run just the stock. I can't remember what class it was, but yeah, he used to run that our good 1066 that had the tire blown out this fall. If you guys remember that, that one used to be his pulling tractor. You have 280,000. That's a good clip. Is it all in a couple of grain bins, or is it all spread out on the countryside like us, Cole? How much do we farm? Right around 2,500 acres of row crop, with about 100 acres in hay, oats, and wheat. 75 or 80 mile an hour? Yeah, that'd be nice. Wish that was in Iowa. I thought you guys were trading the 25. Can't find a nice machine. We're going to trade it eventually, but I think it's still going to be able to run. We just put a little bit of work into it this year. It's still be able to run another year for sure, and we're thinking that other upgrades come first, like a bigger bean planter compared to our little drill that we have. But we're definitely going to get a bigger bean planter, and then we'll just see what else we can come up on potentially for trade options or on auction. But I'd say an priority of upgrades, in my opinion, would be bean planter, upgrading a tractor, and then some miscellaneous stuff around the farm. Hope. One of the biggest reasons we didn't go with a Geringhof is because a few neighbors are complaining about the design flaw in the pitch of the head, causing them not to feed well. I guess we don't have any rotodisc. We won't be looking into a rotodisc because we don't really need a chopping head. But the biggest thing I'd say problems with ours would, I'd say the row units, it just wasn't designed very well. The deck plates were out too far, and the gathering chains were just snapping it off, and it would basically just plug up at the beginning of the deck plate. That was the big problem with that head. But there's an update out there. We can change all that and make it feed better with down corn if we wanted to, and I think that's what we're going to be looking into. We just like how light the Geringhof is, though. We demoed that cased 4412 folding 12 row, and that thing was easily 5,000 pounds heavier. More than that, because the 7088 that we had struggled with it. Jeez, 1,200 acres with 0 storage. Yeah, that makes sense. Ugh, that's tough. Do we have any issues with ours? Yeah, like I said, we had quite a bit of row unit issue plugging Keith this year. It was only in down corn, though. In regular corn, we were able to run just fine, but it was in down corn where it struggled. So we're trying to decide what we want to do, and we haven't decided yet. Nice, just a little farm. I gotcha. Oh, we pulled a Massey Ferguson. What would that be? Interesting. Nice. Oh, I got you, Cole. That's smart. We're definitely going to get more on-farm storage under our leg because we're sick and tired of transferring corn all across the countryside. but that's going to be another time. We actually can't build our bins up anymore until my grandma decides to move out. If she ever, I hope she doesn't move out for a long time, but she doesn't want to ruin her view to the lane, which I don't blame her. But the only way we can expand if cost effectively is to go north. We'll be able to put probably another 200,000 bushel of storage there if we wanted to, but yeah, we're not going to be able to do that until she moves out. What's my highest viewed video? I think we're up close to 80,000 views on one of my first harvest videos this fall, so pretty good. Omar, thanks for coming, man. You're not late at all. We never had the chance to demo on some open the input. I've heard Geringhoffs are good. I mean, I think they're a market leader in a lot of markets, but I guess my favorite head I would have to say is a Drago head. We love our Drago. It's perfect for down corn, perfect for just about anything. Very durable row units, and very minimal maintenance that goes into it. So that's why we like our Drago. Yeah, like I said, we got our Geringhoff Cameron for like a steal on Highway 64 auction, and it ran well for us except for down corn. It was a pain in the butt, so we'll hopefully fix that this year. You guys had very little down corn. Yeah, we had quite a bit, just because it was so late. But are you the ones that runs the sprayer? Yeah, Gabe, I'd say I run the sprayer for everything until our corn planting is done, and then Pat takes over. But I'd say I spray 60% of our ground. I do all of our first pass and some of our second pass. Yeah, changing deck plates is not fun, Jordan. Yeah, transferring corn is not very fun, Cole, at all. Yeah, I believe that. That's not just a problem by your guys, Kansas. I mean, a lot of elevators around here are full too. Sorry, Keith. So the issue that we had, our heads back 2011 or 2010, I believe, they fixed that issue in 2012. So definitely get a Geringhoff that's 2012 and newer. I'd recommend. So Clay, we're actually looking at we're going to be getting a 15-inch split rail planter. We haven't decided 12 or 16 rail yet, but Kinsey, Case are probably our two top brands we're looking at. So if you guys know of any used ones out there, let us know. New Holland loader tractor, I love it, James. It's a lot of fun, good interior, get a lot of power. We have a T7 210, and I like it. Really nice tractor. We can take the loader off easy and run it on the mower or whatever else we need to do. We put a lot of hours on that thing since we bought it new. Do we cover crop at all? Yes, we do. Excuse me, not as much as Keith at Warner Farms, but it's really just a matter of timing. This fall we weren't able to put any cover crops on, but we do cover crop, and we like to cover crop at about 200 acres a year, mainly in our hills. On our bean grounds, we like to cover crop the outsides, and then some cover crops on our ground that we chop off. That way we cover crop and then we chop it usually as well. Hey Shane, I know you. There's gonna be a video of you coming out here soon, Shane. Keep an eye out for it. You rebuilt our head? That's not too bad. Deers also has very easy to work on heads though, from what I've found. Row spacing and soybeans, what are my opinion? 15 is definitely better, especially in your hills for a better stand. I like 15s because we actually planted half and half this year, half in 30s, half in 15s. We had a much better stand out of our 15s. Our 30-inch, they sprouted upwards way too fast, and towards the end they just fell over. We had a better stand out of our 15s, so I like our 15. We're definitely gonna be looking at 15-inch. Oh, nice, Ben. Nice. Yeah, sprockets are bad. I believe it. I would be interested in the Kinsey. It's just they have such high resale values. We can't find one for cheap. That's the biggest thing. But Kinseys are definitely very good planters. I almost worked there. I had a job offer coming out of college at Kinsey. Hey, Northeast Iowa. Thank you for joining. 3600 is a good planter, Gabe. I'd love to pick one up. Have I ever been to a UNI basketball game? Yes. And football as well. I love the Unidome. I can't remember what you guys call it, but yes, I've been to a UNI basketball game. Had a lot of success with the 3600 6-year-old planter. Yeah, Kinseys are good planters. I've always heard that. They just cost a lot of money. What do we usually plant for cover crop wise? Definitely a mixture of rye and wheat, but it's mainly rye, I'd say, because we like chopping rye. It's good feed value. Nice, JDU money. What's your opinion on mycogen corn? It seems everyone up here in Upper Iowa plants Pioneer. Mycogen's good. We've always planted mycogen corn and some beans. Never a lot though. Par for the course. If I'm being completely honest, it wasn't as good as Cornelius this year. Cornelius definitely kicked its butt, but it's still a good number. It's been really consistent for us. Yeah, I my opinion, Cameron, Deere has the best planter out there, especially with ExactApply. But I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever get it. I don't know if they'll ever get a green planter. We'll see. Yeah, Kinsey 15-inch planters are awesome. Ooh, 9812. I've never seen a white planter. Actually, we have one white planter in our area, not a whole lot of them. No, we do not run any aftermarket because all of our stuff came factory installed. We have Yetter row cleaners and I want to say Case's row units built by Yetter, but I could be wrong on that one. They used to be, I know. But yeah, we have a lot of Yetter attachments on our corn planter, but nothing pure aftermarket like what is it called? Like we have no precision planting parts on it. Do you like cattle in barns or outside? Definitely like to have them in barns, or at least a barn space for them to go into in inclement weather and stuff like that. But I'd say barns. Thanks, Chad. Like I said, I enjoyed putting those videos out there. They were a success for me. I got plenty of views on them, and I enjoyed doing it. And it was really easy. I just stuck a GoPro on my head, so I'll definitely be doing more hunting videos like that. Oh, really? Interesting. I didn't realize. I'll have to look into that. You're exactly right. They are stubborn. There are stubborn red guys. I did get them to look at a green sprayer though when we were looking at them. So who knows? Who knows? I just got to keep that bug in that ear. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, we definitely won't ever run any fertilizer on our planter. That's for sure. We do run insecticide on our planter, but we will never put fertilizer on ours. Just gums up too much stuff. Nice, Riley. I'm jealous. Oh, a 1240 planter. Nice. That's what I would love to see is a 1240. That's the one that lifts up and pivots, right? Yeah, I'd love to see one of those. That'd be really nice. The only thing does that, can you raise up your split rows when you want to do 30-inch Northeast Iowa? Can you raise up those, or do they always stay in the ground? That's be the one thing I heard, that those only stay in the ground. Would you ever consider putting any precision attachment? Yes, we definitely would. Don't know which ones yet. I think it'd be interesting if I would like to try the VSET stuff. But yes, we definitely consider it. It's just they're pricey, and our plan has been working well so far. We haven't had to rebuild anything yet. Knock on wood. I believe we do some maintenance on the row units. I can't remember exactly what it is, but we do something with half the row units each year. Just do something every other year. I can't remember what it'd be. I lost my track. Okay. Yeah, it could have been. Oh. Nice, Clay. Yeah, Yetter row unit stuff. The row cleaners are awesome. We have them on, yeah, on our plan, and the row cleaners do great. I think, oh, they do come up a couple inches. I didn't realize that. I'll have to look into them again. But yeah, I think a 1240 case planter would be awesome. Would you enjoy being on a farm we run at least? I think it would be really cool, Chad. Like, that's a big farm. No, how far away from Sioux City is your farm, Chad? I was actually out near, the heck is it called? It was just southwest of Sioux City, about 40 minutes. I can't remember what the town is called, but yeah, I was out there. You guys farm some hills out there. But yeah, that'd be interesting, Chad. That's cool. Yeah, Cameron, you guys got a good planter. That I think is it a 1790 or 1795? But those split row planters are nice. Oh, I got you, Edward. Nice. Yeah, those lift up and pivoting ones are really nice. They're really nice because they'd be really narrow going down the road. But I guess I don't have a preference. If it was up to me, I'd say I'd choose just about any planter out there, Deere, Kinsey, or Case for our bean planter. But yeah, definitely hit me up, Keith. I'd be curious on that. I'd really be curious on that. Nice. Yeah. yeah, I definitely like I still think Deere does make the best planters out there, brand new planters as far as used ones. Brand new high spec, I should say. I liked Exactamerge. I like the ME5E. So I think Deere definitely does make the best higher spec planters out there. And I'm not sure on low spec ones, like just a pure base planter, because Deere's pretty pricey on theirs, but they do make a very good bar, especially the DB planters. 40 miles from there, small town. 40 miles what direction, Chad? West, north, or south? 40 miles south. Oh, you're probably not too far away from where I was. I was at a big farmer. I'm not going to say his name, but yeah, I was out there for work, and you guys farm some hills. How many acres do we have run? Cocoa the cow. We run about 2,500 row crop. Yeah, 2,500 row crop is what we do. Do you know a farm named Grody Farm? I do not. I don't know very many. I've only been up to Parkersburg once or twice, and I don't know very many guys up there. God, that's a big farm, though. Holy crap. Never considered one. We don't have the dealer support that, I don't believe. 1790, nice. Yeah, Deere. I agree, Cameron. There's a lot of Deere planters out there, but I'd still say there's quite a bit of old Kinseys out there, too. What type of shotgun do I have? Mossberg 500? Could be wrong on that one, though. It's a Mossberg, though. I wish if it was like a 360 Magnum, we'd look at it. Nice, Clay, nice. What 24 Johnny planter would you recommend overall? So they're still building a DB as well as the 1795. It really just depends on what you're looking for. DBs are a little bit more pricier. They're built sturdier. There's a couple minor differences where the gauge wheels are out in front with DBs, where the 1775s are kind of within the row unit. So it just depends on what you want. But it really just with Deere planters, if you're getting brand new ones, you can build them to however you want. But I guess in my opinion, a DB would be better just because they're built heavier. Not Webster Brothers, Chad. It wasn't Webster's. Do you like the Magnum tractors? Yes, like Magnum tractors. We actually don't have one on our farm right now. We have a couple Maxims, but we do like Magnum tractors. Know the guy that built the DB frame. German, farms a ton. What the heck's his name? Baler is his last name, duh, but can't remember his first name. We do not plant any DeKalb. Got a 350. Oh, nice. Yeah, we're definitely looking for something. So our New Holland T8050 is 340 horsepower. We're looking for something just a little bit higher than that with what we're looking for when we upgrade that, I'm guessing. Yes, I do work for John Deere, Chad. We have a 315 Magnum. Nice, Cole. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of everyone's just slowly increasing power on their tractors. I think everyone is. 3 Kinsey planter, 116, 2.8. Nice, Coco. Yeah, I definitely going to be looking at a CVT transmission, Jordan. That's for sure. Just so you guys know, my computer is just about ready to die. My charger's downstairs, so I'll probably close in the live stream here probably in about 5 minutes. I think I got 15 minutes of battery life left. So if you guys want, I'll be doing another live stream probably in the next couple weeks for sure. Send me any questions you guys have on DMs. If you guys got any questions, I'll going to do some more in-depth talking sooner. More in-depth talking on some things, but I'm definitely going to go out to the farm tomorrow, get some videos made. But yeah, so if you guys have any questions, definitely shoot them my way, but we only got about 5 minutes left, so get your questions in. I'll roll through them. Let's see. 7110 Magnum. 7120 we have, Clay. DBs are better. Campbell's told us to go with the DB. Yeah, they're definitely built better. They're a little bit more pricey, but they're built better. I guess I would prefer 1775 NT, mainly because they're narrow transfer. DBs are not narrow, so you're going to be about 3 feet wider, and I just like that the gauge wheels run in between the rows. They don't run over any rows. Oh, I got you, Chad. I bet I drove by your farm, honestly. 380 CVT Magnum. That's exactly what we're looking at, potentially. I've never test drove a Magnum CVT, but I want to. That's exactly what we're looking at, though. New Holland T8. We're looking at it. It just depends on what, because Kuno sells both the New Holland T8s and the Magnums, so we'll look at them both, but we'll see which one. It just depends on the price and what they have available. Case CVT sucks. Power shift on the Magnum is better. I'd be curious to try it out, just because, like I said, I know an IVT pretty well. I'd be curious to try it out, but we have power shifts and everything else, so I mean that's probably what we'll do because it's cheaper. But I'd like to try it out. Have you ever ran any Deere tractors? I work for John Deere, Michael. I run a lot of them. Our 116 proof. How do you like the CVT Northeast Iowa? 2 770s. Nice. Love the 770s. Not a whole lot difference from the 670s, except for all the smart systems like active yield and a bunch of other stuff. But there's a lot of cool systems with it. You can really save a lot of money, in my opinion, on it. Especially my favorite thing is in your hills, you'll love the active terrain adjustment, which is the changing as you increase going up and down hills. You'll change your combine settings automatically. I really wish we had that on our case because our grain tank, and we lose grain because of it. So you'll love them. Have a good night, Cole. So, alrighty, guys, I'm gonna go through these last comments, and I gotta take off. So let's see here. If I didn't answer real quick, if I didn't answer your question, guys, shoot me a DM. I will try and answer those questions when I do that Q&A video. I'll try and record that tomorrow. I've never ran an Alice Chalmers at all, Gavin, but I'd be curious to see if try it. Thanks, Louie. What's my relation with the farm? My grandpa started it, and my uncle runs it now, so first cousins. Thanks, Todd. How big of a vertical till do you have? We don't have a vertical till, Jordan, but we're definitely going to be demoing one this year. Probably going to be a 28-foot we're going to demo. Yeah, we're definitely going to be looking at demo one, especially because we're going to try to do minimum till because we didn't get all of our chiseling. We didn't get any chiseling done this year. Case IH or Challenger? Depends on what tractor, I guess, Coco, but I'd say blanket statement, I prefer Case IH. Yeah, IVTs are nice on Deere. I love them. Power Quad is your favorite? Nice. We get a new comment every other year. Nice, Chad. We used to do that. We used to roll over our combines every other year as well. We haven't done that in a while, but I'm hoping to eventually get back to it. These are good for loader tractor. Makes sense. Yeah, we'll definitely look into that. I'd be curious to see if I'd love to try one on a loader tractor because it's a lot of back and forth. How many people actually know what DB on a Deere planters? Good question, Riley. I guess I'm not sure, but DB stands for Deere Bauer for anyone who's curious. Oh, dang, Riley. Woo, 790s. Love it. Thank you, John Deere. Appreciate your business. Makes sense. Yeah, I'll have to talk to you offline here, Cameron, about that sometimes because I know we're looking at it. So, what part of Iowa do I live in? I live in eastern Iowa, guys. So, alrighty, guys. Well, thank you guys so much. I'm going to end this live stream, but if you guys have any other questions, be sure to shoot them my way in a DM on Instagram or YouTube. Be sure to subscribe if you guys haven't already. I would really appreciate it. I'm assuming most of you guys have, though. Shoot a like. We'll definitely have plenty of videos coming out. I'm going to have probably videos every other day, for at least for the next couple weeks. But yeah, like I said, shoot me any questions you guys have. I'll be sure to answer them, and we'll get you an update on how the farm's going here. So you guys have a good night and take it easy. And as always, guys, ta-ta for now. I had to end that like that. All right, now I got to figure out how to close this. How do I close this thing? Ah, there we go. Have a good night, guys. See ya.